different nationalities. Their driving is rubbish. Christ, you know, the amount of accidents we see around here. Oh, I'm horribly brassed off, QSO.
We got the same thing going on here. Not so much on our small island here, but if you get over to the mainland and some of the bigger cities and towns, exactly the same thing, man. I think they must pay somebody a little bit extra to get a driver's license, and they shouldn't have one.
Dead right. You see them? Well, putting it one way, one particular race, all you see is a little piece of their eyes. You don't know who they are. You don't know if it's a male or a female, yourself.
I know exactly what you're talking about, brother. We have the same thing going on here in Canada.
I've still got a full driver's license. We have them in classes. One for a car, or one for a motorbike, what have you. Two for a car, three for a light truck, four for what we call a six-wheeler or an articulated truck, that's tractor unit, and a class 5, class 6, all that, and I've got also an I license and a instructor's license. I can take them still, and I still drive truck and trailers there, QSO.
That's amazing. So you got your air brakes. We call that class 1 up here. Class 1 air brakes. You can drive a tandem. I have my car license, and then I have my motorcycle license, and I have my air brakes license here as well. I used to drive like a Freightliner there, so good on you, man. That's pretty good to have all those licenses.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I love it. I love it. But there's that many bloody idiots on the road there. What you see around there, QSO.
That's the problem. You always got to watch out for the other guy. And it's the same when I'm riding my motorbike. Oh, trust me, I'm extra careful, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I've just sold 2 trucks. What we call a feed train. A feed train. That's a tractor unit with a 30-foot trailer behind. That's a frozen trailer. Then another little 20-foot trailer, or 18-foot trailer behind that again. That's what we call a feed train. That's the Bravo train. And, I just I've sold 2 of them actually. And I'm still after the food one to sell, QSO.
Unreal. Yeah, no, I know exactly. We have B trains up here. And I know in Australia, I think they actually have C trains. They go across the country where it's quite straight, a long haul. But we do have B trains up here, a lot of them. But that's tricky. Tricky, man. You're a good driver if you can drive one of those suckers.
Yeah, well, I do a bit of night driving. But, well, my other main hobby, other than the radio, is when I drive what I call the Falcontoy. It's a Isuzu CX, and that has a 20-foot tray on the back, covered in tray, and I release the racing pigeons, the old racing pigeons, or the homing pigeons as you call them, all around New Zealand, QSO.
Hey, that is really cool. You know, when I was younger, I'm talking about 40 years ago, I actually had homing pigeons, and those things are really cool. I never raced them or anything, but I raised them and I had them as pets. But I actually have a friend and his brother used to put them in competitions, and they'd let these things, they'd set them free hundreds of miles away from where they should fly, and they find their way back.
Roger. Well, they've got an actual fact. I've never seen a dead one. Well, I've seen dead ones, but I've never seen one dissected or anything. But
41 Echo Kilo 101 New Zealand.
A DPS in them. It's surprising how they just, when you release them, when they go out, nearly hit the ground, circle once around over the truck, and then gone. They go north. In fact, we got a saying, they're faster than our Air New Zealand, QSO.
They're probably faster than Air Canada, too. And especially when I send things like through the mail, through airmail, I should just strap it to one of those homing pigeons. Probably get there faster than airmail, if you know what I mean.
question. I don't own any. Not where I am in the township, as I say, or too many close houses around. But there it is. It's just a hobby that I've had for a while, and I own the truck, and I said, damn it, I'll drive it for a while, QSO.
That's pretty cool. Well, good on you, man. And that is a good hobby too. And radio, of course, you know, you meet a lot of good people on the radio. It's something, like I say, I got into it when I was 13 years old, and I've never got out of it. It's something I've always enjoyed doing, just talking to different people like you around the world.
I released around about a month ago. It'll be 5 weeks this weekend. And I released from one of the inter-island ferries, which was a very hard thing to do. We had to be careful which way the wind was. The skipper of the ferry was fantastic to us. He was fantastic to us. He turned the ferry around and released it so the birds could fly out from the rear, QSO.
That is really cool. So would that be the ferry that takes you from the North Island to the South Island, QSL?
Yeah, Roger, that was just close to going into the sounds and going into Picton or towards the top of the South Island, QSL.
Okay, that's cool, yeah, because we have ferries on our island too. We have 3 ferries on our island, one that goes to the mainland, which is quite a ways away, and then one that takes us down to near Victoria, and then another one around the corner from us on the west side of the island that goes to Vancouver Island. So how far is the ferry ride from North Island to South Island?
When the ferry goes, when they leave from Wellington to go into Picton to the South Island, it's a 4 hours, 15 minutes ferry trip. Going to Miami, well, it varies. It all depends what parking release from. But it was a very tricky situation. First time we've ever done it, QSL.
That is really cool. So that's a pretty good ferry ride there. Yeah, ours stops at some of the other islands, so it usually takes about 3 hours to get to the mainland. But if it's a direct ferry, we can get there in an hour and a half. But often it's usually 3 hours to get to the mainland from our island. So wow, very interesting. That'd be a fun ferry ride. I'd like to do that.
One of our main pieces for releasing is down what they call wooding.
I'm talking to this guy for 15 minutes now. This is half of the video.
I go there about once a month,
Auckland, New Zealand.
And they take around about 7.5 hours to fly back into Auckland, QSO.
That's absolutely amazing. Those pigeons are absolutely amazing. They got a built-in, kind of like you say, how do they call that? The tracking system. They can find exactly where they live. Doesn't even matter if you let those things 1,000 miles away. They'll get back to where they came from.
There's only one problem with them. You've got to water them first thing in the morning. Before you release them, around about 700 hours, there's a release time to 0800. And you give them the feeders on some feeders. You feed them the night before. And water in the morning. Let's stop stopping off. So like you and I, they go to the pub, QSL.
So you got to stock them up with fuel, get them full of fuel, so they can continue their journey without stopping.
Yeah, I did, yeah. I released some from Boston. This was down nearly into Palmerston area, and I forgot to water them. And when they got back to their base and everything like that, they were covered in mud, so they'd been sitting. They'd gone down to have a drink there, QSL.
Just like somebody who's going to the pub to have a pint of beer. That's amazing. Very amazing birds. And like I say, I had them. Unfortunately, a lot of them got pecked off by birds of prey. We have a lot of hawks and eagles around here. So a lot of those pigeons ended up turning into dinner for some other bird of prey, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Roger. We've got the same out here. Same down below. Not like you, they've got the big hawks and all that. But we've got a hawk here. And you've got to be very careful. Before in the morning I release them, I get around, I survey. On the track I've got a gauge, you'll tell me the windage, the whole lot, temperature, and that gives me an indication. And being a radio operator, you know what way these winds is going, the whole lot, QSL.
QSL, yeah, you got to know all of that stuff if you're going to be releasing these birds, and it's a competition. That is really amazing. What a hobby. That sounds like a lot of fun. And what time of the year do you do that? Can you do it any time of the year?
Yeah, like I said, just a hobby. As I said, I own the track, but there it is. I loved it that much. It makes me laugh when you go in. You see one side of the night time, and you back a piece to the other side of the back of the crate. There's 140 plates on board. 140 plates, and then this is 6 meters flying high on each side. And, you'll be feeding them, then water them, and when you'll be standing on, you'll be back on to the other side of the crate, and they'll be tapping your shoulder. Come on, hurry up, you're back there, want to get feed, yourself.
Right on. What a fun thing to do. That sounds like a riot. I'd love to see that. I could probably Google it and watch it on YouTube. A pigeon race. How about that? Yep. No, I had quite a few of them. I remember hatching the babies out there, the squabs. They're ugly little things when they pop out of the egg there. But yeah, brilliant birds there. That's for sure. We have a lot of pigeons around here where we live. We call them rock doves, but we don't have any homing pigeons on our island that I know.
To get to know me. When the XYO, she comes with me now and again, and they look at her, and they'll stop the other end of the crate. They'll stop the other end of the crate. And then I go there, and I open the crate up, or the hatch to put the water in that one in. They'll come to me. And if they see my XYO there, they'll stop up, they won't come. They know who the hell's where, who's feeding them, mate.
They're smart. Pigeons are very smart. When we go to Maui or we go to Oahu, on the Hawaiian Islands, and you're sitting on the beach there and you have a few cracker crumbs or whatever, before you know it, you got a whole flock of these pigeons hanging around you. You give them a few things, they'll be eating out of your hand in no time flat.
Yeah, I just love looking at the timing and everything like that. Just north of Palmer Floor, which is nearly down the bottom of the North Island, a place just above 3 hours, 60 minutes. 3 hours, you can say 4 hours. You know what I mean? 3 hours, 58 minutes. That's what they fly to back towards Auckland, don't they?
That's amazing. They're very, very fast flyers then, aren't they?
It's fantastic, I can't drive the bloody truck fast enough, mate.
I know. If we only had wings and we could fly, right? That's amazing. I wonder, I don't know how far they can actually fly, the total distance. I highly doubt they could ever fly from Canada to New Zealand, but I guess if you let one go down on, say, Invercargill or Dunedin, do you think they would find their way back to Auckland?
We're going to get between Australia and New Zealand. But the distance, they would take around about 4 days, 3 days to come over. And then they'd be covered. We've seen them when they're released from the South Island. It might be a bit rough. The weather, the windage and all that, they've met high winds. Especially coming across the Cook Strait and between the two islands. And you'll see they've got salt on their backs,
Unbelievable. So they're flying for like 3 or 4 days straight without even stopping because it's nothing but ocean between New Zealand and Australia, QSL.
Yeah, well, it's a bit dangerous at this stage, but that isn't the point be done there. It can be done in New Zealand, QSO.
That is unbelievable. That's why, you know, back in the day, people used to tie messages to those things, tie a message to their leg, and they would deliver it.
Well, you know, it's a fantastic. I get more bloody kick out of that what I do on the amateur radio, QSO.
It's lots of fun. Well, you know what? It's good to have hobbies as we get older. Like I said, I'm going to be 60 on Friday, and I have a lot of hobbies. There's a lot of people that get older, they retire, and they have no hobbies, and they kind of just drop dead from a heart attack, maybe from boredom or something, but I'm always keeping busy, and it sounds like you're keeping busy too.
Yeah, well, okay. I started off when I was 19. When I was 19, and that was when New Zealand only had 26 megs. That's all we had was 26 megs. And it was half a watt. Half a watt. But having 3 channels, half a watt. Then I went up to 3 channels. Then I went to 5 channels. Then I went to 14 channels. Then it was 40 channels. And I must admit, I was a bloody pirate. And I used to go on 27 megs. That's way back, and I used to run an old the A2101 Bravo, QSO.
Oh, I remember the old Yaesu's 101Es too. They were beautiful radios, tube jobs. So you're going back into the 1960s, QSL?
Yeah, I was born in 1938, QSL.
Okay, my mom was born in 37, but she's gone now. She passed away. My dad was 34, so you're 80. Wow, 86?
Roger, that's affirmative.
Holy cow, you're doing well, man. That is awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, well, you know, I was told me yesterday we met some people at our shopping, a local shopping centre or a local, a big centre anyhow. Not far from here, there's another Samoan. And they said to me, oh Christ, you look around about 50. I said, Jesus, I wish I bloody was, QSL.
Good for you. Well, you sound it. And you know, and that's a lot of people tell me I look a lot younger than when I am. So you know what? I'll take it. I'm going to be 60. And wow, it's a big thing to me turning 60. I remember when I turned 30. That was 3 decades ago. I find time goes a hell of a lot faster as we get older, QSL.
Yeah, like they were trying to do that. They were trying to do that. And because we've got, 6 kids. We've got 6 children. And as the saying goes, coconuts don't have TVs, QSL.
Right on, man. Well, good for you. 6 kids. I got 3 kids, and they're all grown up now. My daughter's going to be 30 beginning of April. My youngest son's going to be 24. My oldest son is 33, and that's the thing. It seems like yesterday they were just babies.
Yeah, like we'll pick up this. Well, we got 22 grandkids. We got 22 grandkids. No grandkids yet, QSL.
Wow. 22. Holy smokers. You're a busy grandpa.
Look, I see them. We've got 1 kid to my daughter who lives not far from us, a Samoan. And anyhow, we go and see them practically every day, call in and see them. And we've got a granddaughter who comes over. She's here from Samoa, and she's shopping at their place out there. And that's where her schooling, well, she's 20, but she's doing, when anybody comes in New Zealand, they've got to do an English testing before they get a job. That has been a thing. And yes, she's a very brainy kid. Got an university entrance, but no, that's the thing. So we go there, and the little granddaughter, she's 3. And she's named after me and my ex-wife, Brianna. And anyhow, I said, I'll come to Papa, she'll come and kiss me. I should go to Nana, and she shakes her head. She knows what side of bread Mother's QSL.
That's cute. And Brianna, I have a niece named Brianna there, so how about that? And I'm looking at my meter when you're coming in there, you're 40 over. You're bouncing her up to about 40 over into the red sometimes. Crazy. Very powerful station you got there.
Yeah, Roger, well, as I said, I'm on the vertical antenna, and it's only for 85 whiskies there, back.
Amazing. Antron 9985 whiskeys. It is very, very impressive. I'm running a D104 lollipop here. Got her turned down. RCI 2980 WX radio, running about 200 whiskeys, and putting that through a, like I say, the 3-element flat side Yagi beam pointed your way towards New Zealand.
Yeah, I had some QSOs this morning. I got a big surprise. It was in the 34 division into the Canary Islands. Mr. Sandy, you're probably hearing 34 Alpha Bravo 010, 001. Hear him. Also Mr. Pico, which is 34 Delta Alpha 101. You know, and they were giving me 5758 records in there, QSO.
No, I believe it, man. You got a great sounding station. Yeah, I worked Canary Islands. The last time I worked them was maybe about 2 weeks ago, something like that. And I do work a lot of European stations, but usually early in the morning. And it's a lot of fun. Like I say, it's a good hobby, and it's something I've never got tired of there. You know what I mean?
Roger, that's probably a lot as good as I said. There's not the new solar comms or anything like that. It's the original A99, which is completely fiberglass, not the imitation fiberglass they got now. And it's been down flat in the last probably 15 years, and it's still good. All I have to do is tighten the top section of it, QSO.
Right on, man. Well, it's working. I tell you what, I've had mine up now for 31 years. My Antron 99. I've had it at various locations on our property, and it still works good. It still works good as the day I got that thing, QSL.
Well, listen, this is what people get a hell of a surprise. You know, as I said, it's the same as what you've got, the original one. When I first got it, I was told to put shellac on it. It's like a varnish. And I did that, and that stopped the water getting into the pond a whole lot. And when we brought it down last night to do the top section, there was no fragmentation, QSO.
That is amazing. You know, I haven't taken mine apart since I had it, since I put it up. I also have an IMAX 2000, another part of the property. They're hooked up to another radio. That one I took apart and cleaned up. So we're on acreage here, so we don't really have any neighbors around. So I mean, I can put up what I want here. There's nobody here to bother me. But the nice thing about Antron 99 antennas, they're not, you know what I mean? They don't take up a lot of room.
Yeah, I was very lucky when I put it. All I wanted to do is I looked at the end to put the antenna up. I was like, I'll stick it so it can be, when I lay it over, it's like a yacht mast. And you've got the mast in the ground and another one. And you whip the mast back up with the Antron on. And that's all right. It goes right down the driveway towards the road. And that'll do it. Would you believe I've got to 25 metres? And working it out, that's not bad. That's the base of the Antron. There's no GPS on it, and it's worked out pretty well in wavelengths, QSL.
Oh, QSL, yeah, and really easy to match, too. You know, my match is still really good on it. Got that little tuning ring on it. I cannot believe, after all of these years, over 3 decades, the match is still really good on my Antron. And I did seal the joints. I mean, I did put a tape on the joints, but really, I should actually take it down and clean it up, because it's not white anymore. It's been up for so long. It's kind of got, I don't know what it is, kind of say green, kind of, not slime, not moss, but you know what I mean? Things get kind of mildewy when they're out there.
Yeah, I was told the other day to turn the amplifier off. I was told to turn the amplifier off. I don't own an amplifier. I've got a big mouth, high, but there it is. You know, and it took me a bit to work out the radio. I've got 3 of them. There's one in the truck when I get around New Zealand, and I've got a Wilson 5000 on the roof of that, QSL.
Oh yeah, that's a good antenna, and likewise, I have one in my truck too, and I have a Tram 300 mag mount, but the radio I'm using is an old Citizen MPL5 I bought in 1979. It does have all the extras in it. I got all the extras put in way back then, and so I'm still using a really old school radio, and it still works pretty good.
Yeah, I know. It's fantastic. Well, I think I heard a plane in there just now, Joe. Let's have a look there. Just stand by, Joe. Let's go out there. Yeah, Mike, How am I getting out there for us? How is that?
Australia breaking in.
Sydney, Australia, yeah. How am I getting out here there for us? Yeah, okay. But the joining on me, mate. A little bit fuzzy on the bottom of it, mate.
I've been talking for over 40 minutes to this guy in New Zealand.
I'm in Auckland. I'm in
Sydney, Australia just came in.
The islands up there in Canada, mate.
Yeah, I got a good copy on you there, Sydney, Australia. I didn't get your numbers, but we're off the far Pacific coast of British Columbia, Canada, out here on the Gulf Islands. 9 UDX 791 here, QSL. And are you in Sydney, Australia? I think you said you're in Sydney. Yeah, we got you. We're waving at you, Australia. Sounding good. Okay, 221 Sydney, sounding good. Okay, well, I don't want to tie it up too much longer on here. I got my stepdaughter just rolled in. I want to see how she's doing there. So, man, we've been talking for over 40 minutes on here. Unbelievable.
Copy that, Sydney. Operator Brian in the city of Auckland, 21 kilo 101. I'm running 80 watts on a 85 whiskey out of A99.
I think my camera SD card's going to run out soon.
Yeah, very good. Not the nickname of the station now. But no amplifiers used on this back. In the city of Auckland. Roger, I can overlooking in Auckland. Well, we'll have a see what Joe said. You still copy, Joe?
Yeah, we hear you out there, Brian. Propagation's changing a little bit, so I'm going to sign out of here now. Hey, it's been a pleasure talking with you there. 41 Echo Kilo 101 Auckland, New Zealand. You got a fantastic station, and I sure hope we can talk again. And also, we'll say cheers and beers also to 221 out there in Sydney, Australia. Hey, you guys take care, and we'll be listening for you on the band. I really appreciated the QSO there, Brian. You take care and have fun with those homing pigeons, and happy DXing from 9 UDX 791 out here off the Pacific coast of Canada. QSL.
Roger, Joe. I'm also on Cluster Gates. I believe you're on there also, aren't you?
I don't know if I'm on there, but I do video gates. I have a YouTube channel, and I do have video gates on there. Like, I'm actually doing a video gate right now of this QSO, so I'll get it up on my channel. I'll upload it overnight.
Oh, roger there, Joe. Okay, well, you have a very good late evening there, Joe. Not too much of that brown bottle up there. Hi. Take care, and have a very good evening. So 73 to 51. Take care, and thanks very much for your time, Joe.
All right, thanks a lot there, Brian. Cheers and beers to you, buddy. 41 Echo Kilo 101 Auckland, New Zealand. Until we meet again, have a great day and enjoy the DX, my friend. It's been a real pleasure. 9 UDX 791 Gulf Islands on the site.
Yeah, 73, Joe. 73, Joe. And good evening to you. And we'll catch you later. 73, Joe.
73s.